Hi, this time we are meeting after a very long time. But today I have come up with a very useful video for individuals with disabilities who face unique challenges when it comes to their career planning. The job market can be tough, and finding a job that is both accommodating and satisfying is difficult. However, with the right approach, we can break these barriers down and we can set goals. So in this video, I would be telling you about the tips which can strengthen your strong points. You can research well, and it would cover everything you need to know how to succeed in job market. And individuals with disabilities face unique set of challenges when it comes to career planning. Despite significant progress in recent years in terms of accessibility and inclusion, many employers still have misconceptions about individuals with disabilities, and this often results in discrimination and lack of job opportunities. Individuals with disabilities may face additional physical, emotional, financial barriers when pursuing their career goals. They may require accommodations, specialized equipment, or software, and may need to navigate through various governmental programs and processes to get the services they need. Career planning can be a daunting task for anyone, but for individuals with disabilities, it can be overwhelming. It requires a deep understanding of one's strengths, interests, limitations, and knowledge of job market, employers, various organizations, networking skills, everything. It requires additional information, but individuals with disabilities may face challenges when it comes to accessing such opportunities. But despite these challenges, it is important to remember that individuals with disabilities bring unique perspectives, skills, and talents to the workforce. With the right approach and resources, they can achieve their career goals and make meaningful contributions to their communities. Let us explore some tips and strategies for overcoming the barriers and achieving success, even with disabilities. Despite many challenges, it is important to remember that you bring unique perspectives and skills and talents to the workforce. With the right support and resources, you can achieve your goals and make meaningful contribution to your community. So let us explore some tips and strategies for breaking down these barriers and achieving success in career planning with a disability. First of all, you need to understand your strengths and limitations. When it comes to your career planning, it is important to take time to understand your strengths and limitations. It's not about focusing on what you can't do, but rather what you can do and what you do the best. This will help you identify career paths that are good fit for you, and you will increase your chances of success in the workforce. Start by taking an inventory of your skills, interests, and values. What are you good at? How do you enjoy doing things? What is important to you in a job? Once you have a clear picture of your strengths and what motivates you, you can start exploring career options that align with your abilities and interests. It's also important to recognize your limitations. This doesn't mean giving up on your dreams, but rather finding ways to work around your challenges. For example, if you have a physical disability that limits your mobility, you may need to explore careers that can be done from a seated position or that offer flexible work arrangements. By understanding your strengths and limitations, you can set realistic career goals and develop a plan to achieve them. This can include seeking out training and education programs, networking with professionals in your field of interest, and building a strong resume and job application materials. With the right preparation and support, you can break down barriers and achieve success in your chosen careers. Then identify the career paths. For individuals with disabilities, identifying the career path can be a challenging task. I understand that. However, it's not impossible. The key is to identify your strengths, skills, and passions. Consider what you enjoy doing, what you are good at, and what you would like to learn more about. These factors can help you identify potential career paths that suit your potentiality and abilities. It is also important to consider the types of accommodations you may need in the workplace. Are you a wheelchair user and need a space that is wheelchair accessible? Do you need special equipment or technology to perform certain tasks? Consider these factors when researching potential career. Networking can also be a valuable tool in identifying the right career path. Reach out to professionals in industries that interest you and ask for informational interviews. This can provide you with valuable insight into the day-to-day task of particular job and help you determine if it's the right fit for you. Lastly, don't be afraid to seek guidance from career counselors or disability employment services. They can provide you with resources and support to help you identify your potential career paths and that suit your strengths and abilities. With the right tools and support, you can break barriers and find a fulfilling career path that meets your needs and goals. Then comes finding opportunities that align with your interests. When it comes to career planning, it is important to find opportunities that align with your interests. This is true for everyone, regardless of ability or disability. However, for individuals with disabilities, it can be especially important to find work that is fulfilling and enjoyable. By doing work that you love, you would be more likely to stick with it and succeed in your chosen career path. One way to find opportunities that align with your interests is to look for the companies or organizations that value diversity and inclusivity. These companies are more likely to have a culture that supports individuals with disabilities and provides accommodations as needed. You can research companies online or ask for recommendations from friends, families, or disability related organizations. Another approach is to consider starting your own business or freelancing. This can give you more control over the type of work you do and the accommodations that are in place. You can use your skills and interests to provide services or products that are in demand. There are many resources available for entrepreneurs with disabilities, including grants, loans, and mentorship programs. Overall, it is important to be proactive in finding opportunities that align with your interests. Don't be afraid to reach out to companies, network with your others in your field, and explore your new possibilities. By doing so, you can break down barriers and achieve your career goals. Then comes building a strong resume and a cover letter. It is important to showcase skills and experiences that are relevant to the job. This can be done by tailoring the resume and a cover letter to specific job posting. One way to build a strong resume is to focus on highlighting achievements rather than just listing job duties. For example, you can work as a customer service representative. Instead of just telling your duties such as answering calls and responding to emails, you can highlight how you can be a customer, you can give customer satisfaction, particularly difficult customer issues. Additionally, it is important to ensure that your resume is easily readable and accessible. This includes using legible fonts, bullet points, and avoiding long paragraphs. It is also important to make sure that your resume is accessible for individuals who might be using assistive technology. In the cover letter, it is important to share why you are interested in the position and how your skills and experiences make you a strong fit for the role. It's important to address any potential concerns that an employer might have regarding your disability, such as accommodations that might be needed. Overall, a strong resume and a cover letter can help you break the barrier again and land in your dream job. Then comes how to navigate interviews and communicate your disability. Disability disclosure is important. Navigating interviews and communicating your disability can be again a challenging process, but it's important to remember that you have the right to request accommodations during the interview process. This can include requesting a sign language interpreter, an accessible interview location, or more time to complete the task. When discussing your disability with a potential employer, it is important to focus on your qualifications and experience first. Be prepared to explain how you have overcome challenges in the past and how your disability has helped you to develop skills that will benefit the company. If you require accommodations on the job, be sure to discuss these needs with the employer before accepting the job offer. This will help ensure that you are able to perform your duties effectively and efficiently. It's also important to remember that you do not have to disclose your disability during interview process if you do not feel comfortable doing so. However, if you do choose to disclose, be confident in your abilities and know that your disability does not define you or your potential success. Then requesting accommodations in the workplace. You may need workplace accommodations to perform your job duties. Accommodations can be a range of things, including ergonomic office equipment, flexible work schedules, or assistive technology to help with communication tasks. If you have a disability, it's important to know that requesting a reasonable accommodation is your right under any legislation under disability acts. So employers are required by law to provide accommodations that do not cause undue hardship to the company. When requesting accommodations, it is important to know exactly what you need and how it will help you perform your job duties. You should also be prepared to explain your employer how the accommodations will benefit the company by improving your productivity and reducing costs associated with absenteeism or turnover. It's also significant to understand that your employer may not be familiar with the type of accommodation you need. Be patient and be willing to work with your employer to find a solution that works for both of you. Remember, accommodations can be a win-win situation for both of you. In addition, if you are not satisfied with accommodations provided, you again have the right to file a complaint. Knowing your rights, being prepared to explain your needs, and working with your employer to find a solution will help ensure a successful career. Advocating for yourself and your career is another thing. Advocating for yourself and your career is an essential step in breaking barriers and achieving success as an individual with disability. It can be challenging to navigate the job market, but it's important to be proactive in communicating your needs, preferences, and strengths to the potential employer. One way to advocate for yourself is to research companies that prioritize diversity and inclusion. These companies will be more likely to provide accommodations and support for individuals with disabilities. So when applying for a job, be sure to disclose any disability that may require accommodation in the workplace. This will help to ensure that your employer is prepared to provide the necessary support. It's important to communicate with your employer about your career goals and aspirations. Be vocal about your desire to advance in your career and ask for opportunities to develop your skills and take on new responsibilities. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback on your performance and use that feedback to improve and grow in your role. Finally, remember that you are your own best advocate. Don't be afraid to speak up if you feel that you are being treated unfairly or if you need additional support. By advocating yourself and your career, you can break down barriers and achieve in your chosen field. Then building a professional network. is a crucial step in any career planning process, especially for individuals with disabilities. Networking is about creating and maintaining relationships with people in your industry or profession, but it can help you learn about job openings, industry trends, and other opportunities that might not be advertised elsewhere. One way to start building your professional network is to attend events and conferences related to your field. These events provide a great opportunity to meet other professionals in your industry and make connections that can lead to job opportunities or other career advancement opportunities. Many conferences and events also have specific programs or resources for individuals with disabilities, so be sure to look for those. Another way to build your network is to join professional organizations or groups related to your field. These organizations often have networking events, job boards, and other resources that can help you connect with other professionals and advance your career. You can also consider joining online groups or forums related to your field, as these can be a great way to connect with people and stay up to date on industry news and trends. Finally, don't forget the power of social media when it comes to building professional network. LinkedIn is a great platform for networking, job searching, and building your personal brand. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is up to date and complete and use it to connect with other professionals in your field. You can also use other media platforms like Twitter, Facebook to connect with people and stay engaged with your industry. By building a strong professional network, you can open up new opportunities for career and find success in your chosen field. Last but not the least, resources and organizations that can offer support and guidance are very important. So, and their support is available, their guidance is available for if you are looking to advance in your career. These resources can provide information on job openings, career training programs, and other employment related resources. Many organizations and non-profit institutions can provide assistance with job training, career counseling, and other employment related services. So by utilizing these resources and organizations, you can take important steps towards advancing your career and achieving your professional goals. I hope you found this video on career planning tips helpful, and it's important to remember that everyone has unique challenges and obstacles to overcome. But that should not stop you from pursuing your career goals. Remember, your disability doesn't define you. Keep working hard, stay focused, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. We all believe in you,